Welcome, folks. Monday Morning Racer here. Special edition of Between the Slicks, Leverich Racing Live, number 5. And in some way, we'll make it our holiday, Christmas, end of the year special. I'm sure we'll be back on later before we roll over into 2021. But before we do that, before we get to that, let me say to you all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and may you have a bright new year. And with that being said, let's dim it just a bit by reintroducing everyone else on the show tonight, members of the team. We'll begin with the driver himself. Joe, how's it going tonight, man?
It's just lovely. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I can host the watch party, and I'm like, I'm running out of time. But that's all good. It's all good.
Well, you'll have more time because we'll bring in someone else. Figure it out, man.
There you go.
Matt, the car chief.
Merry Christmas.
Look, the tree in the background. Look at that. Beautiful, man. It looks great. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm good, Lee. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Stellar. I am stellar. And now, folks, for the star of the show, Todd the Clutch Guy.
Oh,
and look, let me move this guy so we can see. Oh, look at that jacket. Styling and profiling. Woo! Over there. Yes.
Howdy.
I tell you what, though, you need to go get you some real shades, though.
I'm working on that. I'm thinking about sporting this thing all next season.
That's some starting line attire right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right there. Yes.
I love it.
I think I'm just going to shop at Goodwill for like the rest of my life.
You know what I want to know? I can't think of the professional wrestler that you remind me of right now.
Macho Man.
Oh, it had to be Randy Savage. There you go. See that? That's beautiful. I love it.
Look, hopefully someone down there at the Snowbird Nationals will actually wear a Christmas tree. I think that would be great. Continue the theme in 2020. There's been dinosaurs. I've seen turkeys on the track. I've seen Mario and Luigi. No pipes in sight on the track. And hopefully we'll find a Christmas tree down there. That'd be great to see.
Oh.
Now, Todd, I just need first to say, Todd, can you go ahead and show us your new haircut you're supporting?
Didn't I have my haircut like that last time?
I don't think so.
Did
you have a mullet last time?
I think so. It's just grown out a little bit.
It's grown out a little bit, yeah.
It looks good, dude. It looks good.
Yeah. Did you happen to stick a fork in a socket earlier today at any time?
No.
Wow, man. Not at all. So, guys, look.
I have done it, but I haven't done it in years.
That's good. I'm glad it's years. I'm glad to know it's years. But as a clutch guy, I'm sure your hand goes places probably where it should not have gone, and you learn not to do that later.
I've probably done it 100 times.
There you go. Who hasn't? Well, guys, look, we just wrapped up Thanksgiving. Who ate the most deviled eggs? I'll put my hand up. I think I might have. Yeah.
I was eating them as they were being
0
getting yelled at.
Matt, how did you get away with 0 deviled eggs at Thanksgiving?
We didn't have any.
Yeah, we didn't do them this year either. I can't believe it. It's the first time in forever.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Man, I had to do all the
sacrilege.
I had to do all the cooking. I didn't have to. I wanted to give my wife some rest. And there was enough for me to juggle, and I cooked a bunch of stuff I never cooked before. And I was not about to go into the whole deviled egg thing. I like them, but I was like, I can't add one more thing to my list. I had plenty.
So after all that cooking and you get ready for the meal, I'm curious, who did y'all call for delivery?
Nobody.
Good, man. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
I did amazing.
Come on, turkey sandwiches from Jimmy John's, right?
There you go. I definitely enjoyed my turkey sandwiches afterwards. I put some best of Texas barbecue sauce on the turkey sandwiches. That was pretty good.
I was on the phone with John earlier today. Yeah, we've been going through that best of Texas sauce like you wouldn't believe, man.
It is good stuff. Good stuff. Folks, if you have not got yourself a jar, go get yourself a jar, and in whatever comment section say, because of Leverich Racing. Tell them that.
Yeah, John was, it's funny. We were talking today, and he's like, I'm telling you, man. He's like, we definitely saw some sales. I'm like, cool. So we're working on some things to make sure that that John's investment with us is a money maker for him, and that was the purpose of my call with him today. So
awesome, cool.
It's great products, and it's easy to get excited about trying to help a company like that, because first of all, John Hale's a racer just like us, and he's an awesome guy. And secondly, with a great product, man, you want to see it getting in as many hands as possible. So love it. Definitely.
And it's very versatile. I mean, we basted the ham in it, and I put it on my turkey sandwiches. And I mean, man, I haven't tried it yet, but I could imagine it be a great dipping sauce too, like a tater tot or something. I mean, it's good stuff. It is good stuff.
I've actually even put it in grilled salmon with it, and it's fantastic. So
there you go. There you go. It may be the most versatile, not just the best, but the most versatile sauce in Texas.
There you go.
May very well be. Well, guys, I hope that you all had a great Thanksgiving. It sounds like you did. We're moving towards the next big holiday, Christmas. So, look, if you could get any gift for Christmas that was drag racing related, what would it be? We'll start with Mr. Christmas jacket up there, Todd. Gift, Christmas, drag racing related. What would it be, man?
Oh man, that's a good question. I really don't know. More tools.
More tools.
No, just the tool you're looking for, because wasn't it Houston? You couldn't find a particular tool, like someone had taken it and you just couldn't find the one. So you just want like your tools all the time, probably.
I just want that one screwdriver that just keeps walking off.
The tool that you need at the time, it seems like it's never there.
It's never there. Somebody's pulling a prank on me and holding it and letting me get fired up about it. But hey, what can you do?
All right.
These days it's gonna bite them in the butt.
Hey, that's why you just carry spares and you pull it out and you look at them like, I got you.
Yeah, I should.
Tools. Hey, tools is definitely a great gift. And folks, anyone out there watching, promo code MMR15 at powerbuilt.com will get you 15% off at Power Built Tools. That's a pretty good deal. I don't care who you are. And they will stack it with their Black Friday sales that are still going on too. So yeah, it's a really good deal at powerbuilttools.com. Matt, man, what would you like under the Christmas tree in the world of drag racing?
Stage 7 heads.
Stage 7 heads. Well, look, with you mentioning that, explain to the folks what you're talking about of the stages and what that would mean having stage 7 heads.
All right, so most people probably know what a cylinder head is. So it's just a type of air pump, really. But we're running stage 5 heads, which the technology on a stage 5 head is probably 25 years old that we're still running. By going to a stage 7, you just simply open the port a little bit more, so you can run more air, run more fuel. More air plus more fuel equals more power, and it's still a little bit of a tighter tuning curve, but it allows you. It's a little, in simplistic terms, it's a little easier for us to go faster. It doesn't guarantee it, but it opens that door to where you don't have to lean on the car so hard to get better ETs. You can just make the car go faster because of it. So I would love to have stage 7 heads. That's Gary and I talk about it probably once a week.
I had a drag racing t-shirt one time that said on the back, it was like a checklist. It was more clutch, more blower, more nitro, all the above, and everything was checked, all the above.
Right.
And, it sounds pretty much like, what do you want to get? Hey, stage 7 allows you to check all the above, get more power, get more speed, more performance. And with more performance, better competition, hopefully. Better competition. So,
Yeah.
Joe, what gift in drag racing would you like to get from SC himself?
See, I think the gift that I want is going to be the best because it's going to give Todd and Matt both what they want. If I could have anything, it's what I'm working on right now, which is I want to be able to have that primary sponsor that gets us everything we need for next year. So get the tools, get the Stage 7 heads. There's a clutch we want to buy from Kalitas that would help us in the clutch department right there, man. That's what I want. I want to be able to go into the new year having all of our races fully funded and ready to rock and roll, so I can concentrate on being the best driver I can be. So that's what we're working on now, man. And new tools, new parts, and let's go fast.
That's the formula. New tools, new parts, go fast. And folks, you heard it. I mean, look, if you want to help out, I think if you want to help the team that is the most fan friendly out there in the NHRA pits and giving fans what they want, I think it's this team, Leverich Racing. And I'm not saying that just because I'm hosting the show. It's true. I mean, really. I mean, how many kids do you think have been put in the car just at Houston, Matt?
Oh man, at least 50. I mean, that's being conservative, and my back would agree with you. It was a lot of kids.
Y'all are going to have to start wearing those back supports just to lift kids in and out of the car, right?
That's what we got to get you a back brace, Matt, for picking them kids up and putting them in the car.
Yeah, there were Houston. Houston felt like the most we've ever put in, but it was so many kids because usually, you know, we put a kid in here and there, but it was like every time they were calling my name to put a kid in. I mean, it wasn't just one or two kids. It's like 3 or 4 or 5 kids all at once, and it's just a huge group. And you finally get through that group, and you're not 5 minutes later, here's another group of 5, and you're just like, holy cow! I mean, it was at least 50 kids. It was a lot of kids, which is fine. I'm glad they all had fun. It makes their day. It makes the parents' day. We love it. My back loves it too.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I don't know of any other team that's doing that. I don't hear that of that many, you know, unless you know someone on the team and you get that connection. But to really know nobody on the team and be able to get to sit in the top fuel dragster and look, I mean, y'all have seen it. I've seen it. It's not just the kids. Sometimes some adults get to sit in it.
Yeah, and I guess what makes us different is on some of the teams, will they let you sit in their car? Yes, but I think you have to kind of set the scenario up and you have to ask. I mean, we're the ones like, oh, hey, man, you having fun? Hey, you want to come get in the car? Or if I'm walking somewhere, as I'm walking, I'll see a young kid, hey, man, do you want to go sit in one of these? They're like, yeah. And I'll look at the mom and dad and say, hey, look, just go three pits that way and tell them Matt said you can go and get in the car. We'll look for kids. We're proactively, as kids are getting the bracelets or just talking with their parents, we'll go out there. I've seen Todd many times kind of get down and, hey, you want to go get in the car? I mean, we're the ones asking them, and they don't know to ask. They wouldn't ask. And so by us being proactively doing it, 99 out of 100 are going to say, yeah, absolutely. And the parents are like, are you serious? Really? We're like, yeah, come on. We don't care. Come on, get a photo. Come on in. It makes it a lot more fun. It is really cool. It's cool doing it for the fans. It's nice knowing that we are really there for them.
Yeah, man. I mean, it allows for moments to be created that years on down the road, someone's going to be saying, hey, they let me sit in that car. And that was just the coolest national event that I've ever been able to experience. I mean, the lady at the Gators, she was just ecstatic over just getting it. I mean, it's wild how happy she was. Made her entire year. Not just day, I mean the year.
She was joking. She's like joking, like, can I get in? We're like, yeah, sure, let's go. We'll get the step stool. And she's like, no, are you serious? Like, you're serious? We're like, yeah, we don't care. Hang on, don't just go ahead, get in that thing. We don't care.
She actually helped me out when I was adjusting the throwout bearing in the clutch.
Really?
saved Joe from having to do. And I was like, hey, push that.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Let me set this while you're in there. So it worked out.
I forgot
great.
about that. We put her to work.
Right there, she's like, hey, I mean, she can say, I got to sit in the car and I got to be a part of the whole process of getting that car down the track later on. Might have been one little
That's right, 'cause
part.
we're about to get her out. Yeah, we're about to get her out. And all of a sudden, Todd's like, no, hang on. Hey, I need you to do something real quick before you get out. She's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, hang on. While you're in there, I'm going to have you do something for me. Yeah, that was cool. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I gave her a 30-second tutorial on driving the car too, and she was like, that was fun. It was definitely fun.
Yeah, great moments, and that's why. And the word's getting out. I love seeing. I saw it there at the Gators. I saw some photos at Houston. The word is getting out that this team does the double throttle whack, and that crowd around the pit, it's growing and growing and growing.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, the most fan-friendly team out there in Nitro right now, I think, is Leverich Racing, with the opportunities given to folks to get in the car, get near the car, experience the car, and that double throttle whack, nothing better. Plus dinosaurs.
Yep. I really feel like we've got a lot to offer, not just in the way of marketing, because of course, but the authenticity of the team. And what I mean, what are we authentic about? We're authentic about our love for the sport. We're all having a good time out there. Yeah, we're working our tails off. And I shouldn't say we. I should say these guys that are not in the picture right now are working their tails off, man. All I got to do is pack parachutes and mix nitro, right? Like, my job's easy. But yeah, we're having fun. Yeah, we want to compete. Yeah, we want to run faster, and we will. But man, I'm a fan. I love this stuff. I mean, I hear a lot of drivers say, oh, I'm a bad spectator. Yeah, I get that. Every time I'm at a track and I'm not driving, I'm longing to drive. I want to drive so bad. But man, I'm just happy being at the races. Lee, look, when I saw you in Vegas, was I walking around like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm not. No, man, I'm like, we're at the drag races. There's no better place to be. So to share that with the fans, it's just, it's great to have that connection with the fans. And I think that's something that we offer to potential sponsors too. So yeah, man, it's only going to keep getting better and better.
Definitely. Guys, I've got to say this. This is huge. Daryl Gwen just gave us a thumbs up. Thanks, Daryl.
One of my heroes, man. Let me tell you.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
always was a big fan of Daryl Gwen. Always.
Set the bar, man. And kept the bar. I mean, from driving and into ownership, and now throughout his career, what he's done, for charities of various natures. It's amazing. Daryl, thanks for being an example, man.
We love you. And thank you for what you do for folks with mobility challenges. It's big, man. It's huge. Sorry, go ahead there.
Mickey Majors, our the other cylinder head guy. I think Mickey knows Daryl really well, if I remember correctly. Because I've heard Mickey talk about him and Daryl. They've got a bunch of stories. I think Mickey grew up when his dad was in Comp Eliminator. I think Mickey knows Daryl pretty well, if memory serves me correctly. So that's pretty cool. A small world.
All right.
We need to get Mickey and Dina on the show, man. We really do.
Yes,
really do.
I was hoping it would happen tonight, but Mickey responded back and said that his wife just wasn't feeling well, so it didn't happen tonight.
Okay. I'll send him a text.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Because it's almost one of those deals. It's like, who do you not know? That's easier with him than to say, who do you know?
Well, that whole deal we did with the Infinite Hero Foundation last time, where we did that tribute to Terry Chandler, and her husband had continued that program after she had passed. Look, I've been friends with Jack Beckman for 15 years. Oh, it was Mickey and Dina put that deal together. That wasn't me. I had nothing to do with that, man. And besides being amazing people, amazing team members, they, like you said, Lee, it's or Matt, right? It's a better question is, who don't they know? you'll get a shorter list because they know everybody. They know everybody, and it's no wonder they're both amazing people. And how do you not love Mickey and Dina?
Definitely, man. Fascinating couple. I mean, stories for days. And a drag racer himself. I mean, he's got a lot of things going on, and let him tell those things when we do have him and his wife on the show, because that's definitely got to happen. Definitely.
Badass motorcycle rider. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, definitely. Well, guys, look, so coming towards Christmas, we talked about what you would like as a gift in the world of drag racing. Let's get just a little bit more practical, though. Beyond socks, we all know that we need socks. We all know that. What do you hope that you get this Christmas? Like, what do you hope the wife gets you? What do you hope mom gets you? You know, what do you hope? What do you hope's under the Christmas tree?
That's a tough one, dude. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know. Not to sound all corny and whatnot, but truthfully, you know, what matters to me is that my family's happy and together. You know, I mean, we all, you know, my mother-in-law just got out of the hospital. She's been living with COPD for years, and glad that she's here with us now, which is great temporarily. You know what I mean? We're helping her get back to full, you know, as much full strength as she can. I mean, that's all. I'm thankful that she's back out of the hospital, having family together. You know, the kids get what they want. That's what really matters to me anymore. You know, for me, it's really spending time with everybody, the people that I care about. You know, what do I want? I want to get back to racing as quickly as possible. I miss the sound and the smell and the feel and all that. But that's, you know what, that's important. Seeing friends, you know, being together with family, and everybody happy and healthy. You know, that's really all I want.
Yeah, man, on the racing front, I would definitely say that there is some advantages to be a door car person, because it's like they race all year now. There's not a time in which they're not racing. I mean, they just go down to Florida and they have a party until it gets right back around to March. So, you know, yeah, you got to have the dragster and the door car. Try to have both programs going at the same time if you want to keep going all year round. Hey, maybe someone needs to do a winter nitro Olympics or something, you know, have it down there in Florida. What is it? What's the one? West Palm Beach drag strip?
Yeah, West Palm used to do the preseason testing, and listen, because the first race of the year is going to be the Gators in 2021. It's possible that there'll be some test sessions at West Palm. You know, we were at Bradenton a couple times last year, and Bradenton, the folks at Bradenton were great to us. Lori, the manager there, and actually, I think that one of the track guys is not there anymore, unfortunately, and his name was Todd. Also, he was a great dude. But Bradenton was great to us. But yeah, West Palm, up until a couple years ago, man, that's where the preseason testing was. And here's a funny thing. And you guys probably, actually, I bet you Todd and Matt don't even know this. I guarantee that. Back in, I think it was 2014, for preseason testing in West Palm. I was planning to go down there, and I got a phone call from Joe Costello, because what you guys may not know is before drag racing, well, not before drag racing, kind of in between drag racing. For a period of time, I was chasing a music career as a full-time career goal. Yeah, I know the IQ level is really low around here. I get that, but so the Joe Costello, knowing I was a musician, called me up and said, "Hey, we got a bit of a problem here, and I know you're a musician." He's like, "Can you sing the national anthem?" And I said, "Well, I've never done it before, but yeah, I can." He's like, okay. He's like, I need you to sing the national anthem for the live stream and for all the fans standing on the starting line for preseason nitro testing. I'm like, wait, what? So yeah, 2014 preseason nitro testing for both days. I was the guy that sang the national anthem before they fired the first pair, which is kind of a crazy deal to even think about. But there's my preseason testing story.
You have to be like the only driver that has like sung the national anthem and drove one of these cars, and so so on. That's like you got to be the only one. I don't know if anyone else has done that.
When we were the first pair at the Gator Nationals, and I'm sitting in the car, and we've got Leah in the next lane, and again we were the first pair, and they're singing the national anthem, and all I could think of was like, 6 years later, and here we are, like, holy crap, man, I can't even believe it. But
very cool.
I'll dig the picture up. There's a picture of me and Joe Costello standing next to me, and I'll find it while we're talking here. It's in my phone. I'll pull it up.
All right. Well, look, before we do go to them, I got to ask, like, what genre of music? What avenue were you going down, man?
So I played in a bunch of different bands, true to my normal hardcore crazy self. At one point, I was literally in 5 bands at the same time. I was playing almost every night of the week in various clubs in New York City, New Jersey, and whatever. Anything from blues to rock to hard rock, classic rock. I was in an original band that was. It's funny. In 1994, we were like Maroon 5, so record companies didn't know what to do with us. The main singer-songwriter was a fellow by the name of Jimmy Wilgus, and the band was called Jimmy Wilgus and the People. And Musician Magazine voted us one of the 12 best unsigned bands in the country in 1994. And we had a lot going on and got really close, and kind of bad management screwed it all up, and we had Atlantic Records looking at us. We had a couple different record labels that were interested, and they just didn't know how to market us, and so that's where it all went. I still play for fun. My quote unquote midlife crisis is, instead of playing guitar, I still play guitar, but I've started playing piano a couple years ago, so I still do that. And I took voice lessons for 3.5 years from a professionally trained singer, and that was kind of cool stuff. And my kids are all musicians, and so they play and do all different things, and I'm showing them stuff on the piano and on guitar, and it's a family thing. And one of these days we're going to do a jam session. I'll have one of my bands. Maybe we can do it at Maple Grove. We'll do I got to clear it with NHRA first, of course, but yeah, man, maybe we'll do a party at Maple Grove when the race is over, and the band will play a set. We'll do something, But another silly thing, I got a bunch of songs that I recorded, my own stuff, and a fellow by the name of a good friend of mine, Bill Pratt and John Bockelman. They have their online show it used to be called Racing and Rockin', and when it was on Zeus Broadcasting through the internet streaming, they used to actually play some of my original music along with a couple of other artists, and so. Yeah, it's a whole other side of me that I don't talk about a whole lot here with racing, but it's a part of my life, so it's something different, I guess.
Very cool, very cool. Well, before we move on, anybody else got any unusual or exceptional talents that we just need to get out of the way right now? Anybody? Todd, if staring was a talent, you have it. Todd. We'll go to you, man. What do you want for Christmas, man? What do you want?
Oh,
don't say world peace.
No, not that. That's all fine. I'm actually looking at buying a new toolbox for the garage, like roll around toolbox. So I don't know which way I'm going to go yet, like Mako, Snap-on, or something from like Lowe's or Harbor Freight, not Harbor Freight, but Home Depot. But that's what I really need.
All right. A toolbox. Look, man, on the toolboxes, check out Powerbuilt. They do have a toolbox, not the biggest one, but they do. But check out strictlytoolboxes.com. Okay. They're actually out of Gainesville, Florida. They have a lot of brands and a lot of good deals on toolboxes. And if you want to see one of the toolboxes that they offer from Tool Vault, check out Lou Santiago and his show Garage Insider TV on YouTube, and it's his toolbox. So, matter of fact, it's mentioned in the holiday special that me and Lou just put out today, or yesterday, actually. So you can go check that out. Yeah, me and Lou on the same camera talking about Christmas. It was quite interesting. So, but yeah, check that out. Strictlytoolboxes.com. Check it out, man.
Will do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And get yourself your Christmas present. You deserve it.
Oh, I'm trying.
So, Matt, after all the kids have their gift and your wife has her gift, with whatever's left over, man, what do you want?
So we're a little weird. People probably already know that. My wife and I, we actually don't give each other Christmas presents. We don't even give each other like birthday presents. We just don't. We don't want to be faced with the whole pressure that comes with that. So what makes me happy is when the kids are happy, which I know is so cliche, but it is true. I'm happy when everyone else is happy. As far as what do I really want for Christmas, I can't. I'm with Joe. The number one thing I want for Christmas is Joe to call or text me and say, we've landed a sponsorship, and et cetera, et cetera. That would just be, I'd be over the moon. I'd be so excited for Joe and excited for the team and excited for Gary. That's what I want for Christmas. I want us to have the funding to be able to go not just compete in 2021, but actually try to win around here and there and really ruin someone's day. That would really make my Christmas.
All right, there it is. There it is. I get it. Look, I asked my mom, what do you want for Christmas? I just want you to be here, son, and I'd be happy with that. So I guess that's just what happens when you become a parent. I just want my kid to be happy. There we go. But Todd, thank you for your honesty, and you want a toolbox.
Hey.
Love it.
Well, guys, with there, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Look at that guy. Look at that, folks. Look at Joe singing.
Oh, and I got to move the camera the right way. There it is.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah. A very unflattering picture, too, but that's all right. Joe Costello looks good, though.
Joe Costello looks like he's a mob boss.
He does. He looks more like Joe
Pesci
than Joe Costello.
Yes, he looks like Joe Pesci. Yes.
Sports coat. Wow. Sports coat on.
Yeah.
Where's cousin Vinny, too? Yes. That's cool. That is cool.
So there you go. There's I'm trying to pick up We'll find some embarrassing stuff to I'll find some embarrassing stuff to share with everybody. But there you go. There's right. It was pictures or it didn't happen, right? So there you go.
There it happened. Wow, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool to have that. That's a neat moment, man. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that.
In my true my best John Force impression, I took one question and took it in a completely different direction, right?
There you go. I'm hosting a new show on Competition Plus.
Oh yeah,
and we're trying to get John Force on. And me and Sam, we are like, all right, Bobby, look, if you get John Force on, it's just a John Force episode. We don't need nobody else. It's just John Force. And I've always envisioned interviewing John because I haven't had the opportunity of getting like half your sentence out. He just goes on and you're done. That's what I envision it as. So definitely looking forward. Hopefully have him on soon. That will be good. But no, thank you for sharing that, man. That's very cool. Cool. We got to get you a musically themed nitro included nickname. Then we got to work that out.
Yeah, good question. It's funny. The nickname I've gotten a couple of nicknames over the years. Nitro Joe, obviously. But there's a couple of them that didn't, you can't really apply to Top Fuel Racing. I mean, my former car chief and good buddy of mine, Mark Malinsky, when I was racing the Altered in the nostalgia scene, he used to call me Double O Joe because I'm pretty good on the starting line, or I was, and with that car. And I was typically, there was a whole lot of Double O lights with that thing. And so we were Double O Joe for a while. With the guitar playing, they used to call me Smoking Joe, but that kind of does not really work with the right to breathe thing, right? So so we kind of left the Smoking Joe thing behind, but yeah, we'll come up. I don't know. The thing is you don't pick nicknames; they get given to you, right? So I've never I don't know. It'll happen. It'll just have to happen by itself. So if I get a nickname, it is what it is, right? I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Well, let's go ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
Motown Morrison.
There you go. Motown.
Not bad.
Nitro,
Hey.
the guys that make him go.
There you go.
So, look, let's end on this. Let's end on this then. You mentioned nicknames. I mentioned nicknames when we talked about that. Best nickname in drag racing. What do you think it is? Todd, best drag racing nickname that we've had.
Driver or crew member?
Best period. Just whatever you want to, yeah.
Mine.
So retard.
Yeah.
That is classic. You can't argue with that.
You can't. It's marketable. It's definitely marketable. Yes. That hair, that face says retard.
Yeah.
Man. All right, Matt. we'll move on.
I mean, there's so many good ones.
Sure.
But I guess the one that's just, I love Connie and the bounty hunter. I thought that was cool because he actually had the list on the car of the people he was trying to go after. I thought that was that's so cool. That's like you're calling your shot. Like you're watching Babe Ruth point to the fence saying, I'm coming after you. And it's my life goal. So yeah, mine is the bounty hunter. That's my favorite one.
Cool, man.
I am a huge Conrad Kalita fan. Always have been. And so, all right, I'm not gonna. Matt picked bounty hunter. I kudos to that. It's all good. It's all good. Jungle Jim was always one of my favorite drivers and showmen. But nicknames, drag racing nicknames. How about the Snake? My God. The Snake is just the epitome of cool. A legend. I mean, my goodness. It took me until it's funny, I never met him in person until briefly once this year, and then once in Charlotte last year. Just 2 minutes worth of, hey man, that was it. Like, I wouldn't expect him to remember me from anybody, but yeah. If in order to not be repetitive, because again, I'm, bounty hunter is badass, and Conrad he's just a badass, man. He just still is. He's just, he's an amazing dude. But yeah, so I'll if I can't pick bounty hunter, I'll pick Snake.
All right, Snake, bounty hunter, retard. And I always have been fond of the Ace, Ed the Ace McCullough. I just it rolls well, and what it signifies, I thought it was always a great nickname, the Ace. I like it a lot.
And another badass right there.
Definitely. Like, the man's hair was like always on point. Like he could get out of the car and it looked right, and had the glass. I mean, he just looked like a rock star. I always thought. Not like modern day rock star, but rock star, back of the past. So, yeah, Ed was cool. Ed's cool, definitely.
Now, the one thing you didn't want to see in the early mid 70s was if you had pissed him off, you didn't want to see him running into your pit, because you better get your hands up, because if you didn't get your hands up, he was laying you out, man. That was more than one. And you search the internet for pictures of Ed the Ace McCullough. There is somewhere where he's got his hands around somebody's neck and a fist like this, ready to go. So he was a badass, and you knew better than to mess with him, I would think. I mean, hell, racing's racing. You got to beat anyone you can, but
yeah,
you play games. At one point, if you played games with Ace, you better be ready to back it up, man.
There's the proof. There's the proof. Well, guys, look, it's been great to be on with y'all tonight. I hope each and every one of you have a Merry Christmas. We'll probably even do this before Christmas or right after. We'll see. Lucas R. says, great glasses, gents. Thank you, sir, for having good taste. Thank you. And then Randall says, love the hair, Todd.
RT.
You got some love for the hair there. Love for the hair. Well, guys, look, it's been great having you on. Todd, we're going to let you shut the show down, so take it away.
What? Why are you putting this on me? I don't know what I'm doing. All right, well, so join us next week when we're on here with Lee. I'm going to take over the show, and we're just going to wing it. So join in.
That would be a no. God bless you all.
Man.